Once upon a time, there was a town where people came from their hearts. It was a land of possibilities for them. They were filled with joy and love. They laughed every day. They had smiles on their faces. They loved life. It was great because they came from their heart. And then one day, a stranger came to this town. Now, this stranger was always thinking, always up in his head. He was analyzing everything that went on around him. He was analyzing every thought he had, every action that he did, everything that everyone else was doing at the same time. This stranger was in his head. Now, what did the townsfolk do who were filled with love in their heart and smiles on their faces? They go to the stranger and they welcome him, smiling, saying, "Hello, how are you?" And what does this do for the stranger who is thinking all the time? He shies away. It scares him because he doesn't know how to accept this kind of expression. This behavior was so strange to him because he's always analyzing everything. As a matter of fact, he shied away and he was thinking at the same time, what would make them want to welcome me? They don't know me. This is very strange for me because he was so much up into his head. As time goes by, the townsfolk do what they normally do and they continue to reach out to the stranger with love in their hearts and smiles on their faces. And the stranger continues to shy away from them because he still doesn't know how to accept this. He's trying to analyze why anyone would want to accept him into their life. Well, it was at that time that the townsfolk took a step back and they started thinking themselves, what's wrong with us? Why can't the stranger be our friend? And they made a choice. They decided that they needed to be more like the stranger, to begin thinking more like the stranger. And so they chose to leave their heart and start listening to their head. They became very head-centered. As you put this into practice, it gets easier to where all of a sudden you recognize that first, you're coming from your heart, making those heartfelt decisions. Your heart is then talking to the head saying, "Hey head, let's go do this." And the head goes, "Yay, let me tell you how." Boom, 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 boom. And then it just goes and says, "Body, go do these things." To where all of a sudden you are designing your life from your heart.